Happy Thursday. Can you believe it? What a week it has been. I am looking forward to Friday very much. This coronavirus has completely taken the world by storm, this pandemic. I don't think I've ever lived in a pandemic before. I was thinking about that this morning. Like, have I ever lived during a pandemic? Maybe when it was AIDS and HIV, was that a pandemic or was that an epidemic? I can't even remember. But it's kind of scary and really daunting. And I can tell you that it is very easy to go on high anxiety because I almost went there, and I'm always like, control your thoughts, Jasmine, change your thoughts, change your life, control your thoughts, change your thoughts, change your life. And literally yesterday, I went to the doctor for my pre-corona check because I said, you know what, I'm going to prepare for this and get all my medicine for 90 days and even medicine that I don't even really take, but just in case I need it, if it's a medicine I've taken in the last 3 years, I want a prescription for it so that I can have it because I don't know what's going to happen. So I thought, well, gosh, if I am feeling a little uneasy, there've got to be other people feeling a little uneasy. And I want to say hi to everyone that's joined. Are you feeling uneasy? If you're feeling uneasy, and I don't even know what you're supposed to do on an Instagram live, and this is so funny, I've got a cough. I don't have coronavirus, and my friend told me, don't you dare cough, but I had a little tickle in my throat. But anyway, these are my tips that I thought about. I actually have 10 tips, and I'm going to tease you. I'm going to give you 5 tips today. I'm going to give you 5 tips tomorrow to keep you coming back. But the first tip is to prepare. So like I said, I went to the doctor yesterday to get a 90-day prescription of all my medicine. I filled the prescriptions. I got it all done. We definitely have toilet paper, paper towels, bleach, cleaning supplies, and food and water. I didn't need to go out and buy toilet paper. I just live my life. I never ever want to run out of toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste, or paper towels. So we always have those things in stock because those are necessities. The second thing I think we really need to do is we need to check in with one another. Like, because people are talking about this, say, how are you feeling? How is that making you feel? And not only check in with one another, make sure that we're checking in with those in our community and in our families that we know are vulnerable. So the people that are maybe over 60, or maybe over 50 is the right age right now. But check in with those that you know are vulnerable. Even if you have an older couple that lives in your street, ask them if there's anything that you can do for them. You know, offer to share some of that toilet paper you have stocked up on. But really check in with people to see how they're doing emotionally and then physically if they need anything. Tip number 3, you want to limit your news intake. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I will tell you, you need to turn the alerts off your phone. I had to do that because I was getting all these alerts, the NBA, Major League, da, 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 and it was like making me more anxious. And I decided that, you know what, I'm only going to get the news twice a day. I have the habit, I look at the news in the morning and I look at the news in the evening. So I'm limiting my news consumption to my normal news check-ins. I'm turned off alerts, so I won't be getting breaking news, because if it was really breaking news and it applied to my life, somebody would call me and say, hey, Jasmine, you need to know X, Y, Z. And then more importantly with the news, make sure that you are getting news from your local news sources. I'm going to do a big push for your local community newspaper, your local stations. It's great to watch, these cable news networks. But for the coronavirus, I think you really need to be concerned with what's happening in your community. And local news is the best source for that. Number 4. This is a hard one. Do not check your 401k balance. I know it's like, oh my God, where is the money gone? But I will tell you, I think there's some financial people on here. I think I saw Chris Benjamin on here. It's up and down, up and down. So you cannot allow the changes in that daily balance to stress you out because it might make you scream or make you want to pull your hair out. So no checking the 401k balance or your other account balances. Someone in another group, and I am not a financial advisor, so do not, do what I do, but I'm just saying this was a good tip. And I said, oh yeah, that's a good idea. They said, this is a really good time to invest in companies like Zoom that provide webinars, telecommuting things, and then at-home fitness. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there for what it's worth. And then this is always my go-to. Well, this is my second go-to when I'm feeling stressed out. Gratitude really helps me, but I'm going to lead with this one tonight. When you are feeling a little anxious and overwhelmed, take some deep breaths and come back to the present moment. Because in this present moment, we really are okay. And I think it's when we start thinking about, we go down the rabbit hole, or we have this domino effect in our thoughts. But come back to the present moment with your breath and realize that you are okay. I said 5 tips, but I'm going to give you one more, and this is the tip 6, wash your hands. I wash my hands every time I come in the house, on my way out the house. I mean, even if I'm just in the house, I wash my hands everywhere I go in. If they have antibacteria, I am using the antibacteria. You cannot wash or antibacteria your hands too much these days. So be very diligent and be very proactive in making sure your hands are clean as much as possible. So those are my tips for you tonight on how we can stay a little calm during all of the seriousness. I don't want to say craziness because this is very serious, but in all of the news, anxiety, coronavirus stuff. And I hope they help you, and I hope you come back tomorrow for the next 5 tips. Alrighty, have a good evening. Carpe this evening.